Welcome. Mr. Bowman Lusambo's Chumba Valley property still forfeited to the state. ACC. The Anti-Corruption Commission, ACC, has reaffirmed that the Chumba Valley properties linked to jailed former Kabushi lawmaker Bowman Lusambo remain forfeited to the state, dismissing circulating rumors that they have been returned to him. ACC officials said that the ongoing legal proceedings, including a discontinued civil forfeiture application, do not affect the validity of the criminal forfeiture order. The Commission wishes to reassure members of the public that Mr. Lusambo's Chumba Valley properties remain forfeited to the state. The ACC stated in an official clarification, there has been no reversal of the forfeiture order. Background: conviction and forfeiture. Former Lusaka Province Minister Bowman Lusambo was convicted in September 2025 by the Economic and Financial Crimes Court on 2 counts of possession of property reasonably suspected to be proceeds of crime, contrary to Forfeiture of Proceeds of Crime Act No. 19 of 2010. He was sentenced to 3 years imprisonment with hard labor. In December 2025, the same court ordered that properties linked to him in Chumba Valley be forfeited to the state under Section 10 of the Act. ACC acting spokesperson Kalufia Chisenga told reporters that the forfeiture arose from proven court findings and that the properties are now legally in the hands of the state. Members of the public should be assured that the properties have not been restored to Mr. Lusambo and remain in state custody, Chisenga said. Civil proceedings and misinterpretation. While the criminal forfeiture case was underway, the ACC also initiated a separate civil non-conviction-based forfeiture application in the High Court as a safeguard in case criminal proceedings were delayed. This civil matter was discontinued after the criminal conviction and forfeiture were secured. According to the ACC, the discontinuance was procedural because the criminal order made the civil application unnecessary, not because the properties were restored. Lusambo's challenge and appeal. Lusambo has been actively challenging the forfeiture orders. In September 2025, he filed affidavits opposing the ACC's application, arguing that the properties were legally acquired and that his appeal against conviction and sentence must be determined before forfeiture. In his submissions, he contended that the pending appeal raises serious questions of law and fact, and that immediate forfeiture would render the appeal academic and cause irreparable prejudice. He has also disputed valuation assessments used by the state, arguing that the ACC failed to account for legitimate income and inflation, and claimed that some of the land developments were obtained through lawful means and separate transactions. Additional legal dimensions. Separate court rulings earlier in 2025 highlighted the complexity of Lusambo's legal battle. The High Court once blocked fresh attempts by the ACC to seize other assets, including homes and Silver's Gardens, stating that pursuing civil forfeiture while a valid conviction-based forfeiture is in effect amounts to abuse of court process. However, the Chumba Valley properties were explicitly permitted to proceed in separate actions because they were not subject to the earlier orders. Public messaging and anti-corruption efforts. ACC officials have emphasized that they are committed to transparency and accurate public information, especially given widespread online speculation that the Chumba Valley properties had been returned to Lusambo after civil proceedings were discontinued. The Commission reiterated that the criminal forfeiture order remains in force and that the properties continue to be under state control. Timeline of Bowman Lusambo's legal case and forfeiture proceedings. 2022. January 13th, 2022. The Anti-Corruption Commission, ACC, arrested and charged Bowman Lusambo with multiple counts of possession and concealment of property reasonably suspected to be proceeds of crime under the Forfeiture of Proceeds of Crime Act related to land and buildings in Lusaka, including Chumba Valley properties. 2023. March 2023. Sustained court mentions. Court records show Lusambo's matter had continued mentions through 2023 as the case against his possession of suspect property progressed, including Chumba Valley land and residential structures. 2024. July 31st, 2024. In the Economic and Financial Crimes Court, Lusambo was formally found to have a case to answer on charges of possession of property suspected to be proceeds of crime, including a Chumba Valley residence and associated structures. 2025. August 25th, 2025. The Economic and Financial Crimes Court convicted Lusambo on 2 counts of possession of property reasonably suspected to be proceeds of crime, ruling the state had proved its case beyond reasonable doubt. Magistrate Davies Chibley convicted him accordingly. Late August 2025. Following conviction, magistrate ordered a sentence of 3 years imprisonment with hard labor to run concurrently with other sentences, and this conviction formed the basis for state efforts to seek forfeiture. September 2025. Lusambo opposes forfeiture. Lusambo filed an affidavit opposing the state's application to forfeit his Chumba Valley properties, arguing that 1. His appeal against conviction was pending, and 2. Immediate forfeiture would prejudice his appeal. October 2025. Civil forfeiture proceedings brought by the ACC were also contested by interested parties, including local businessman Makuka Munkinj, who argued the land and buildings were theirs, not Lusambo's. December 2nd to 3rd, 2025. The Lusaka Magistrates Court ordered that Lusambo's Chumba Valley properties, including his luxury 4-bedroom home and incomplete flats, be forfeited to the state. The court also ordered him to pay K$5.2 million for the tainted incomplete flats. 2026. Early February 2026. The Anti-Corruption Commission publicly addressed widespread social media claims, confirming that Lusambo's Chumba Valley properties remain forfeited to the state and that none have been returned to him, despite the discontinuance of separate civil forfeiture proceedings. February 13th, 2026. The ACC formally discontinued its high court civil forfeiture proceedings concerning Chumba Valley properties, saying the action was no longer necessary after the criminal forfeiture order was secured. Key points in the case progression. Initial arrest and charges. 2022 ACC alleged illegal possession of property suspected to be proceeds of crime. Conviction. 2025, this criminal conviction enabled a legal order for forfeiture under Zambia's Forfeiture of Proceeds of Crime Act. Forfeiture order. December 2025, Chumba Valley assets legally declared state property. Public clarification. February 2026, ACC reaffirmed that the properties remain forfeited to the state and have not been returned to Lusambo. Thank you for watching. For more content like this, please subscribe to the channel. One Zambia, one nation, one people.